physician that what your baby encountered as a fall wasn't a very serious fall, and it was something that you could observe at home, called a minor head trauma. So what should you do if your child after this fall wants to go to sleep, which happens all the time, because children, when they fall, they cry, they're irritable, then it's their sleeping time, or even earlier they want to fall asleep and rest a bit. If this is a minor head trauma where your child was totally normal right after the trauma, you can let your child sleep so that he doesn't become very cranky, so that for the next 24 hours, when you're observing your child at home, you can get a better idea about his consciousness and his ability to understand everything as is usual. Well, what about vomiting? Vomiting, when it happens once and there are no other signs of loss of consciousness and his sanity is right there and he is with you, then this vomiting once is not really important. In one study, when there was one-time vomiting and a fall and no other symptoms of consciousness or brain dysfunction, then the likelihood of having encountered clinically important intracranial injury was only 2 in 1,000 falls. So really low. But if there is vomiting and other signs of improper conscious, then you need to take your child back to the hospital, especially if your child is vomiting now every hour very frequently, and there are increasing headaches, and your child is very drowsy, then take your child to the hospital. And then another thing is, you may not understand it right away, but if after a fall, especially over a 3 feet high fall, and your child is not able to move one extremity, he or she may have encountered a break of the bone. So if there is such a sign, also take your child to the hospital for further radiologic evaluations.